So, let's talk about glycemic index. Is it good? Is it bad? Are there good carbs? Are there bad carbs? Well, I'm here to answer that. Let's go. So, the glycemic index, a scale to measure carbohydrates based off how fast they raise your blood glucose and spike your insulin. So, as you can see from the graph, you have these low glycemic index foods, like your sweet potatoes, which cause a gradual increase in blood glucose and only spike your insulin ever so slightly. So these bad boys, no fat gain whatsoever. Then you have your high glycemic index carbs, the bad carbs, like your white potatoes. Satan! And these supposedly raise your blood glucose so high, spike all this insulin, and just lead to so much fat gain that you just turn into a slob, like this guy. Yes, it is true. The sweet potato will cause a smaller spike in blood glucose and insulin than the white potato. But, let's put some context in the situation. How the hell do these scientists even measure the glycemic index of foods? Step 1. They get participants to come into the lab after an overnight fast.
Okay.
Step 2. They feed them a white or a sweet potato.
Okay.
Step 3. They assess the blood glucose response.
Okay.
Now, where can we find lots of little problems with that? Well, do you know anyone who gets up in the morning, gets out of bed, brushes their teeth, goes downstairs to the kitchen to get themselves some breakfast, opens that fridge and takes out a nice white potato by itself for breakfast? If you do, then I want to meet this guy and give him a handshake because he's some freak. No, instead, most likely he uses that white potato with some eggs, with some broccoli or vegetables, or some beans to make an omelette, for example. So now, we don't just have that white potato on its own, we have all these other ingredients. So how do they influence the GI of this bad boy? Well, you'd be surprised. So let's bring some science into the equation. Whoop! Hey guys, so, Hatoemen et al., however you pronounce that, fed participants mashed potatoes on their own, or with a high-fat food such as rapeseed oil, or with a high-protein food such as chicken breast, or with a salad, so high in fibre. And they concluded, on its own, the white potato was very high, 108 on the GI index.
Fat gain.
But, with the chicken breast, with the rapeseed oil, with the salad, protein, fat, fibre, it was reduced by half to 54. Half. And you know what else has a similar GI of 55 to 58? Oats, aka the best carbohydrate you can have. So essentially, by adding all these ingredients, you have taken a food from hell and changed it to a food from heaven. Another study, Sujiyama et al. I definitely butchered that name. Took white rice, another devil food, because white rice is bad, brown rice is good. And they concluded that through the addition of vinegar, dairy products, and beans, so protein, fats, and fiber, that they decreased the glycemic index of white rice by 20 to 40%. More importantly though, Sujiyama et al. Found that these reductions occurred even if the dairy, vinegar, and beans were taken before the white rice or after the white rice.
Mind-blowing.
So you see, the glycemic index is completely irrelevant in the context of a mixed meal or when you are not fasted. So anything you eat prior in the day significantly reduces and throws the glycemic index out the window. Protein, fats, fiber, they all slow down gastric emptying and significantly decrease the GI of foods. So stop worrying, guys. Practical implications. Eat carbs, whatever type you want. If it's in the context of a mixed meal, it doesn't matter.
Woo!
If you're not fasted, it doesn't matter.
Woo!
If you've already eaten in the day, it doesn't matter.
Woo!
If you're a diabetic, then it does matter. But most likely, a lot of you aren't suffering from diabetes, hopefully. At the end of the day, to lose fat, you need a deficit. To gain fat, you need a surplus. Funnily enough though, the white potato on the satiety index comes up at the very, very top. So, the more you eat, the fuller you feel. And we all know to lose fat, you want to eat less. So if you feel full, you're going to eat less. So, it may cause a higher spike in insulin, but it'll keep you full, creating a deficit and making you lose fat, bro. Potato, potato. Which one you choose is up to you. So, that is the end of the video. So what I want you to do now is subscribe to the channel, like my potatoes, share the video, spread the love. Yeah, just saying. Subscribe, like, and share. See you later.